And we're back for the final time. Again, I'll give people kind of 30 seconds or so to let me know they've made it, so we can do these last two games and see off game week 25. People can just drop me a little hello in the chat so I know you're here, and then we'll crack on. So as I said in the earlier stream, Sancte, for me, the only club with nothing to play for. They are away to Sloths, who are still trying to ensure they don't finish bottom. Here in Menlo. Yeah, this has been frustrating, mate. And hopefully by the time next weekend comes, we don't have to do this again. Smut says, as Al's not here, can you tweak his tackling to extra double hard, please? Need a load of Sancte injuries. But they do need a result due Sloths just to make sure they don't finish bottom. This is, how have I ended up with so many people in the first team? This is how Sancte line up. The international call-offs are gone, so we don't have to tweak anything. I know that both these managers were approached by mine to say, look, just FYI, can you give Fifey some backups just in case? But we're going with a 4DM line, 3 AM line. Louis Zhao is the lone striker. I have to say, and I can't remember whether this was mentioned last time I hosted, but this is for me up there with the least kind of what's the way I want to look at this? The least kind of team I would put together. Not that I only won the thing once, so I'm by no way a measuring stick of what a good Super League team is. But yeah, just for me, this isn't for me. Tactically, I like, and I think was Ashley Cole not in the reserves last time I was in. He was one of the players I highlighted as shouldn't be a reserve player. So interesting to see how he does this evening. Sloths are, oh, for fuck's sake, Tonetto's injured. Who do I want to put in his place? How are they lining up? Okay. Does he have anyone that I would have? Left-sided player. Not really. His squad is absolutely fucking rancid. Suppose I'll just put Lazons out there then. Most obvious answer. Although, actually, he did say as his backup he would see how Zidane did on the right. So, okay, we'll see how he does on the left. Smart says nothing to play for, so might as well test some players for next season. Feel free to gamble grey players next week, Ross. Yeah, I'm going to put Zidane out there just because that's who was going to put on the right. So I'll put him on the left. See if he can. I believe the phrase was see if he can create something. All being well, penultimate game. Let's see what happens. As I say, big game this at the bottom. Penalty awarded. Khan's been sent off. Wow. There's one for you, Smuts. You will not be against Oliver Kahn next week. What's going on in the Spain game? He's picked the ball up. Is it another penalty? I think it might be a penalty this time. I need to see this one again. It is a penalty. It's a penalty to Spain. I bet this one is less of a penalty than the first one. I need to see a replay. Show me a replay. I mean, we know that it's Kirkland coming on. It's just who is he coming on for? Do you remember, was it James Trafford was in goal and when we had a mental penalty shootout against Spain in the last under-21 competition? going with this. And Alf's not here. We're not making any changes. Oh! Wow! In the aftermath, the penalty hasn't even been taken. And Radoi's been sent off. Oh, what the fuck? Absolute scenes. And it is 2-1. The penalty is converted. Oh, here we go, says Smuts. One at the back. Oh, what the fuck, says Alex. It's going to be one of these games, is it? So we've now had Khan and Radoi sent off. And Elbert does score his 10th of the season for the penalty spot. Sloss, who only need a point to guarantee not finishing bottom, are now playing against 9 men. And they are rampant. 2-0 up as it stands. 3-0 up. Alf will be absolutely buzzing this. 4-0 up. And it's half time. I mean, there's not much Ross can do at this point. The game is just shit all over him. Still haven't seen the penalty incident back. See if Ross wants to do it at half time, or if he's just going to let this one play out. Oh, not comfy sat here. Need to get back in the rocking chair next week as well. It's a head injury, referee. As is. Yeah, don't blame you, mate. Not much you can do at this point. Attempting an overhead kick. England player still down with a head injury, but the referee's not interested, and the game continues. This is what our side's looking like. Gerard and Amoroso dropping below the 80 point might have been a consideration had he been here. That's a Sancte. Again, you can't really blame them for being average ratings. Although Ashley Cole's doing okay, to be fair to him. Got a 7. Strong left-hand side, isn't it, Cole and Placente, if they weren't lacking 2 players around them. Oh, here we go. I'm going to get to see the goals while I wait to see what Ross wants to do. Yes, the first one was a corner kick, and it was just chaos in the area. Elliot poked it in. Second one, again, shot from distance, parried, and Elliot reacted quickest. So it is a penalty. And I do think it's less of a penalty than the first one. But it was for a trip. Still with us, Ross? Right. We have changes afoot. Placente for Kerr. Kerr to MC. Short arrow. Smerton central. No arrow. Long arrows on Cole and Maicon. Saha third. 2 up top. I'm presuming like this. If you could just confirm that's what you want to do. And I will press continue. Perfect. 5-4 Sancte incoming. Love that. Well, let's see if he's right. Half an hour to get these 5 goals. Well, there is a 5th goal, but it's a 5th goal for Sloths. 5-0 to the home team. 6-0 to the home team. And it does finish 6-0 to Sloths, who now know they will not finish bottom either. Huge congratulations to Alf. I mean, there's no real point looking at this. It was little over 10 minutes and Sancte went down to 9 men. They were never, ever, ever going to get anything out of this. But this will be huge for Alf. Morale will be high going into the final game and then into next season. I do feel when sometimes these things happen and you just can't legislate for it. Our final game of this run sees Bern host Vikings. Here is how Ian lines up. Ian, who told me he wouldn't make it because of the early start. And he has left me the instructions of who covers who in case of injury, etc. Basically, they're on stays on, is the rules. As for Vikings, let me just double check because I got a load of messages from Steve earlier. So I want to make sure I get these right. Changes of injured or rating of 5 if losing at 60, take off worst performing DMC. Okay, so that's just for halftime. Cool. So here is the team for Vikings. Shevchenko and Inzaghi up front, Hersey in support, Simeone controlling that midfield, Ark and Volodenkov offering the width. Ferdinand and Terry, that's a partnership at the back. That's got to be banter. And another former Fife favourite, Liverpoolis, getting a place in the matchday squad. Final game then, let's get some predictions in as we do Northern Bern, who are already 1-0 up through Veron against Vikings, who need something really, although unlikely, and Penza makes it 2. You do fear they are going to be rooted to the bottom. Getting a bit of cramps out on the floor now. 5 minutes of added on time at the end of the first half of the Spain-England game. Another injury. Ferdinand is so the obvious, for fuck's sake. There's no straight centre back. Sarczynski and that'll do. And it's half time. So let me double check what Steve's half time instructions were. Bless him, Dan's messaged me. I'm flying from Birmingham. I presume you're watching this to know this, Dan. I'm flying from Birmingham tomorrow. I've got to be there at 6 a.m. He's going to be at Luton Airport at 9 a.m. Now, if injured or rating of 5, losing at half time. Oh no, obviously changes if injured or rating of 5. So anyone on a 5, there are 5s. So we're making all the changes at half time. and therefore not making any at 60. Cool. Makes my life easier. And burn, the message from Ian is as is. That's the message he sent me. We skipped all the 60s. So we will just, again, for when he watches it back, so nobody gets injured. Indeed, Alex. Indeed. But these are the exciting decisions that people make. Shevchenko now dropping for a 5 as well. "20 minutes to go. Burn look very comfortable in this. Potentially getting a third here. Not this time. 5 minutes being added on. And there's the full-time whistle. It finishes 2-0. No injuries, thankfully, Alex. But a very, very dominant performance by Burn, who I think will have. Oh, no, they won't. But that will affect what's going on at the top of the table. They're on. The only man I was told was staying on the pitch regardless. Gets a man of the match award, despite not having the highest match rating. And that's how it looked for the Vikings. So that concludes the entertainment for tonight. Still only the one team with the queue. It is very, very, very exciting for next weekend. So Coast 49, they've qualified. Haggis 42, Burn 41, Badgers 41, Los Santos 40, Foss Road 40. That is your top 6 as it stands. Dudley Hill 39, Exiles 39. Not out of it, half-time in the under-21 game. Sancte, their season is done. Sloths, their season is done. Stackington, their season is done. Fulchester, their season is done. It comes down to Vikings or Stanley. Now, Vikings have a -9 goal difference. Stanley have a near -20 goal difference. So Stanley need a point. If they don't get a point, Vikings need a win. And this is the fixtures for next week. Dudley Hill, Badgers. That is basically winner takes all. Realistically, that game should be Lash, unless I'm missing something else here. Haggis play Sloths. LSK play Coast. Sancte, Boss Road. Stackington, Burn. Stanley, Fulchester. And Vikings, Exiles. I would invite Stee and Tato, Ghost Games permitting, to both be on comms next week, because Dudley Badgers is the massive, massive game. What we've got going on here. Sancte saying, Ross saying, strong lineup next game then. No need, Ross, you're out. Feet up, mate, says Smuts. Alex says, I need to turn them draws into wins next season somehow. And then Smuts offers to pick the Sancte team for him. So yes, again, apologies that we've had to do this over 3 streams. I hope that Smuts will have some time next week to help me get everything set up on the new laptop so I don't have these problems moving forward. But if you guys are willing and accepting for a relatively quick turnaround, I will call that there. I will get packs out when I return to the country on Thursday. And if I have the team news back, we'll go again Saturday. If not, then we will definitely go again Sunday. If that sounds good for you. I mean, if you don't want me to, then you can always wait until July when Martin's back. But I think you'd all like this season done. And then the playoffs can go. Thank you all for your time. Again, apologies for the chaos with the 3 different streams. Hopefully it won't be like that moving forward. Thank you for watching. And unless I get messages to say, we really don't want you doing this anymore, Fifey, we've kicked you out once, leave us alone. I will see you again next week, when hopefully I've got a nice tan and maybe lost a bit of weight and whatever else I can do in Mallorca. Till then, ta-ra.